Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Infused Transitions. I am so glad you are here. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. I appreciate you. And if you are new here, welcome. We are so glad that you are here. For all of you, if any of these readings resonate with you and you feel so inclined, hit that like button because that spreads the video out and has the opportunity to reach more people that it may help and or speak to. And also I'd invite you that if you like what you see, hitting that subscribe and the notification button so that you know when new content gets brought up. If you are new here, just so you know, I am an intuitive reader. This means that messages that I bring from utilizing the cards may or may not be what you would find in the book by the author of the various decks I use. And that includes tarot because I also use tarot, but I don't necessarily read tarot the way it is described in whatever book comes with whatever decks I'm using. So let's see. Of course, only take what resonates with you, leave the rest. And there are plenty of videos there for you to select from if this one just doesn't seem to resonate with you at all. But either way, appreciate you all so very much. And yeah, I'm going to get going. All readings are fluid in as far as like time. When you find it, that's when you find it. And that's the right time for you. These are general readings for the general collective of viewers that come to this channel. Again, whether it's in the moment or well into the future. Okay, so I am going to be doing the week ahead. And I'm going to be starting out with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck and the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. I may bring in, I might bring in either one of these, Queen of the Moon Oracle and Energy Oracle. And then, of course, various tarot decks if I feel I need to clarify anything. But I'm probably going to be sticking with these. So we are going to get started right away. Let's see here. So again, this is just the week ahead. We're just looking to see the outlook of what's coming towards us in this upcoming week, whether that is the current calendar week or again, well into the future. Hope that everything is going well for all of you. All right. Now, Spirit, what can you tell us about the week's overall energy and or messages to be aware of? What are the overall energy or messages for this week, upcoming week? Clean it up. Okay. And we got blessed on the bottom of the deck. So we got clean it up is the overall energy and or message for this upcoming week. And we have blessed on the bottom of the deck, interestingly enough, along with mending and regeneration. So this is telling me that, so we've got blessed, we've got regeneration, and we have mending. With all of that said, I'm not going to pull these, bring them out, but drew my attention. So I'm going to talk about them briefly. The bottom line is, in this blessed, we can see you know, you can say, well, she's not fully formed. She's not fully developed, but there is blessings coming in. For some, wow, interesting. For some, My palm of my hand that's holding this card is actually getting very warm. For some, this is about a blessing. For some, it's about a healing. For others, this feels very, I'm getting the words cosmic and galactic. Something very different than what we perceive to be normal in this reality and what we perceive to be possible in this reality. Like this is a cosmic being side of self that does not look like the human body as we know it. Interesting. And there is regeneration and mending. This to me feels very much like, for some, this coming week holds an opportunity something that will take place in this week in this reality holds the opportunity to bring regeneration and mending to a galactic aspect of someone's self. If that makes sense to you, then this is for you. If it doesn't, and you're like, I have no idea what that woman is saying, then that's not for you, and that's okay. You know, don't get hung up on it. It's fine. And that's why it explains why there's this co-creating, right? Because this, for the person who, or people that this is for, this is a co-creating between yourself in this reality and a you that is in another galactic reality, is what I'm getting. This is you being able to co-create with that other self. And there is a deep knowing. There is a deep knowingness that comes from this work that's going to be happening for you this week. And now, please, 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 please understand, right? A lot of times we hold, and I get it because I do it, and I have to work through it every time it comes up for me. We can hold these expectations, right? Oh, wow, if she's saying that, then that must mean it's going to be this colossal. Maybe it is, but it also can be, excuse me, see the throat. It also can be as simple as we can do something here that seems so mundane, so normal, and have no idea the rippling out effect it has. Whether it's on ourselves here, on ourselves in other dimensions, whether it's on the world, it just, everything, no one's an island unto themselves, for one. So it may not be this huge, oh my gosh kind of thing. So just be aware that don't be running around expecting and holding this huge expectation that it's going to be this like supernatural thing. Could be, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it will be. Okay. Cleanup. So cleanup is the obvious thing. Think about it. Spring, right? Spring cleaning. This is about decluttering our space, decluttering our actual physical space. It can also be about decluttering our mind, decluttering our emotions, cleaning up, letting go of things that are not serving us. Letting go of that constant ruminating on, it's a never-ending story because we make it a never-ending story, right? It's a never-ending story. Time to go. It's time to let go of this stuff, right? Let go of the chaos and the conflict. Oh my gosh, yeah. See, because look at what's wanting to come in, okay? By cleaning up, we're bringing in the optimal best that we can to stop the never-ending story, to stop ruminating over the same crap or experiencing the same stuff over and over. We experience the same things over and over and over because, among other things, we we get stuck in patterns because we don't acknowledge we don't acknowledge things. We don't want to look at them, or if we look at them and we acknowledge them, we don't want to do the work that it takes to shift it. And for others, and boy, can I speak to this one. We can do our work, right? We're doing our work. We're proactive. We are responsive. We are not reactive. It doesn't mean we're perfect. We are going to have days where we screw up. Yes, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. However, there are times where we've done all we can do that is ours to do, and we get upset because it still is in this never-ending story, this chaos and conflict, right? And we're like, no, it's time to go. I want to go. I've done my work, right? We always, we don't always, we can have this tendency, and I'll put my hand up first here, to forget about divine timing. That temperance card that comes up for me a lot. It's that hurry up and wait, right? There is an ending to it, but we can get stuck in thinking that it's not ever going to end, especially when you are in double digits of years of working for change, calling in change, working on yourself, healing yourself, really being proactive and addressing the good, the bad, and the really, really ugly, right? But everything comes down to timing, and it's not our timing. It's not our timing. And all we can do is continue to clean up as things come forward, for us to become consciously aware of it, acknowledge it, process it, heal it, and let it go. Truly release it. Not pick it back up, not let it go for a little while. That doesn't mean that we don't slip up. There's a difference between, oh crap, I did that. I can't believe I did that again. Oh, but I know now how to course correct, and we get back on it, right? I'm talking about, well, this is too hard, so I'm just going to go back to the way it was, because at least I knew what to expect there. Two very different scenarios, right? Also understanding that, sometimes things have been going on for so long that it's not because we haven't done our work or because we're not doing our work, but it's because things need to play out. You have the initial plunk, right? But there's that rippling effect, and the ripples here close to that drop, that change, are big, right? But the ones that come out here, they're more subtle. Well, it's kind of the same way, right? We are proactive. We're doing our things. It takes time for those ripple effects to calm down and for things to come back to that peaceful ripple. But here's the thing. Look at what we're bringing in. Oh, yeah. See? Yep. Okay. See what we're bringing in, though? We've got soulmates and building blocks. Okay? Building blocks is, again, telling us, it's things take time. Cleaning up takes time, right? It takes time. We don't live in a world where, it's like I Dream a Genie and Bewitched. Wow, what a throwback, right? But we don't live in a world where we can just blink and, everything is done, right? But by cleaning it up, we are literally changing our foundational building blocks of our life, of ourselves, of our paths, of our journey. And we can be bringing in soul mates, whether that is in a love relationship of a soulmate, whether that is, soulmate clients, soulmate family, soulmate friends, soul family. Yeah. That's pretty amazing. That's some pretty amazing stuff. And it all starts with cleaning up, right? Who would have thought that doing some spring cleaning would have brought in all of that? But that's what I'm getting anyway. So that's the overall energy and messages of what's happening here. So let's see. All right. pretty cool. I'm really, really, really liking that. Okay, so now we are going to be looking at, we're going to start with Monday. I realize Sunday's the first day of the week, but at the time I'm recording this, we are already halfway through Sunday. So I am going to just start with Monday. There may be some energies of, Sunday still within the reading, but we're going to say, we're going to do Monday, Tuesday together, Wednesday, Thursday together, Friday, Saturday together. Okay. I'm going to apologize right now just in case if some family members arrive while I'm doing this. I will have to pause because the dogs are going to go crazy and it'll be quite disruptive. So I will just give you that in case, okay? So let's see, we got Monday, Tuesday. Okay, thank you. Can you see those? Yes. Oh, we'll bring these down a little bit. And again, clean up. Not really having a lot of room here, huh? I did want to say too, I thank you guys so much for your patience and for those who have subscribed to my channel and have experienced the videos where things, the writing was backwards, or I had one where the video got uploaded upside down. Technology is not my forte. And so, and it's a learning process, and I appreciate the patience and the support. And yeah, thank you guys. Okay, so we've got Monday, Tuesday. Now let's do Wednesday, Thursday. Thank you. Nice. And let's do Friday, Saturday. We are going to shut off the heater because it's getting too hot. Okay. Nice. Spark at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Again, please remember that I read intuitively, so what I get for these cards may or may not be what is in the book. Okay, so a few things here that I'm noticing. For one, the dragon and this woman, because of how her clothing is, her clothing almost looks like, wings, right? Her sleeves, because they're a little bit flowy and obviously bigger than her actual arms. It feels like, being in flight, being poised, being ready, right? She's completely wide open, and the card says wide open. She has the butterfly, which is again transformation, metamorphosis. I don't know if you can see it on here, but the butterfly's actually got a trail of glitter, lights, sparkle. And then we have the dragon's lair. So okay, so to me, these look like totally opposites, right? With the dragon's lair, we've got this, I don't know if it's supposed to actually be a building or if it's rock with building or whatever, but it's an amazing picture. But there are stairs, right, that go up. We can't see all of the stairs, but we do have steps that take them to the top. It's almost like it's frozen over, but there is this glowing light down here that looks like glowing eyes. The water does not look frozen. What is this? Okay, I just want to see if the dragon was carrying anything, and it doesn't appear to be. But I noticed the contrast. Do you notice the contrast in the colors and in the feel of the cards? Um, it almost feels like to me like having been in this deep freeze, right? But even it just feels murky. It feels kind of heavy, but there is light, there is warmth in there, right? There is a fire in there that's keeping things from completely being frozen over. And then we've got this wide open, and there's so much light in here, and the warmer colors, the green, the metamorphosis. So it kind of feels like to me that, again, the theme of the week, the message is cleanup, right? There's a choice or a decision here, right? We can be wide open to opportunities, possibilities, but it's going to take us coming out of our dragon's lair, coming out of that energy of the never-ending story, that chaos and that conflict. It's time to go. It's time to create a change. It's time to have something be different, to change our story. And we do that by cleaning up and clearing out. And for some of us, that is going to be about facing those things that have challenged us, and then being poised, being ready, being open to receive, being open to allow ourselves to flow with life, to flow with what comes our way, and to be responsive, right? Not reactive, but responsive. And there's a really big difference in that. A really big difference in that. Being wide open and going from this being in the dragon's lair almost to me feels like, and again, I don't know if this is what the book says or not, but it almost makes me feel like when we've been in hermit mode, when we've gone within because we've had things that we've had to work on, and it takes time for us to come in and into ourselves and asking ourselves questions like, what is this of mine for me to own, and what's not mine for me to let go of because it's not mine to take care of or to do or to change, or whatever the case may be. And it's time to come out of that. It's time to come out of the hermit's cave, to come out of the dragon's lair, to be wide open, to be ready to receive, to be ready to give in balanced, harmonious, and healthy ways, right? All right, so this is, Monday, Tuesday. We get to the middle of the week. Oh, yeah, I forgot there's 2 cards. Oh, my gosh, look at that. See? 2 different decks, and there it is again, right? It's being in that being that is different. They're very, very similar. 12, 22, they both have like a costume mask on their face, but they can still clearly see. They're human on the top, but they're not human on the bottom. Can be because it's a work in progress. Again, we have that slow and steady and being blessed. And it is in here with the solitude card, which is telling me, yeah, again, it's that going within. There is inner work that everybody's in their different place in this inner work, right? But the inner work is about the regeneration and the mending, right? That regeneration and mending is what is bringing in our soulmate people, our soul family, and the different kinds of relationships that we have that are soul relationships. It is changing our foundational building blocks as well as giving us new building blocks for a new foundation that is clean, that is healthy, that is more in alignment with our true soul self, right? And a lot of times we do that work in solitude because it's important for us to have time alone to take care of ourselves. It can also be about self-love, self-care, self-support, to really allow our openness to be that of balance, alignment, and harmonious, that which serves us, that which is helpful to us. We also have commitment coming in. Now, yes, for some, because again, we have soulmate coming in and we have commitment coming in. This could be maybe somebody's going to get engaged this week. Maybe somebody's going to actually get married this week. This can also be just about a commitment about the self. This can be a commitment about, even when we just, oh my gosh, is this ever going to end, or is this ever going to change? The commitment to keep moving forward, continue to move forward. Slow and steady wins the race, right? We want everything right now. We want it to happen right now. We want this change to be right now, because we're a right now society, a way of being, because that's just how a lot of things work now. But that internal, that journey doesn't happen that way for most of us, right? But it is committing to the slow and steady. And not saying committing to making it be slow, not committing to make it take a long time. It's just saying that there's going to be times when you come to parts in the road that you're just like, oh my gosh, seriously, I can't do this anymore. It's okay to say that and feel that way, and get it out of your system, but not to be dwelling in that, because then that's what we actually create, right? There's a big difference between being able to vent something out, clear it out, get it out. Whew, okay, I feel better now. There's a difference between processing and releasing and ruminating. Very big difference. It is really important to make sure we're taking care of ourselves, though. Golden Palace. Now, look at this. I just want to say, look at the difference in the feeling and in the energies in these pictures. This is where we start out in the week. This is where we're coming in at the end of the week. Again, it's about if we take those steps, right, to come out of that place, to come out of these energies and where we feel stuck, and take a step, whatever that step may be. And quite literally, it can just start with cleaning up our space. Getting rid of clothes that don't fit right anymore, getting rid of the books that you've read 100 times and you're not going to read again, or the books that you've never read. Getting rid of, stuff that's just worn out and really not serviceable anymore. Just, donating what you can donate so that someone else can get a good use out of it. Decluttering, getting more organized, getting more structure within our environment. That alone can help us not feel quite so chaotic, quite so negative. It can make us feel more fluid within our own environment, if that makes sense. And I would also like to say, look at this. So at the end of the week, we've got, so not only is the Golden Palace here, and on the bottom of the deck, we had Spark, the magical map shifter. So again, it's a choice, it's a decision, and there's all these things going around, and things that are available to us, right? That spark. It only takes a spark to get things moving. It only takes a step, and a step can be as simple as cleaning up our space. A step can be in cleaning up our space, coming across things that may be emotional that we have not. Yeah, the magical stream, taking care of yourself, the bone collector. We have everything we need. The cleaning up can be, coming across those things that are nostalgic, a trip down memory lane. And in doing that, we can discover there may be things, emotions, people, whatever, situations, events that we never have fully, completely processed and let go of. Right? If we're going to sit down and still be very, very emotionally affected and brought back into these kinds of energies over something we've been holding on to, a memento, or, something that triggers all of that, then is it something that we should be holding on to? Is it truly helping us? Is it truly giving us that wide open, that healthy building blocks and foundation, that spark of passion, of fire, of creativity, of joy, of love? Probably not. I'm thinking, we might want to get rid of that. not just the item that triggers it, but getting rid of the emotions that are keeping us in this negative, non-serving, heavy energies, right? It's again, it's not about forgetting. It's about letting go, right? Those things are there. You can't make them disappear out of your life as if they've never happened. They've happened, but you can learn to process them and heal them and let them go, so they are not dictating your quality of life into these lower energies. So that's what I have for you coming up for the week ahead. I feel like the steps are very clear here. Cleaning up, getting out of that hermit cage, the dragon's lair, being more out, more social. And even if for you social is just going out for a walk and saying good morning, good afternoon, or whatever to someone you pass, then that's it. But it is changing what you're doing now. Yes, there is times to be alone and there's times to come out. And it is all about having harmony in that and alignment in that. We all need time alone to process. But there's also then when we just get stuck in that. So we have steps given to us here to understand. We also have chop wood, which is about taking care of our details. And those details again come out as we're cleaning up, right? Oh, you know what? This would probably be more efficient if I put this over here instead of over here, because that just really doesn't work for me. It's a detail. It may seem unimportant to someone else, but if it makes your life easier, makes things more smooth and more fluid, then that's an important detail for you. That is about cleaning up your energy, cleaning up your space, cleaning up your emotions, cleaning up your thoughts, cleaning up your how you speak, your speech. So there you go. That's what we've got going on for this week. So again, if this resonated with you, I ask give it a thumbs up. And if you feel inclined, hit the subscribe, hit that notification so that you will know when new content comes up. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.